All right, beautiful people. Dominant wife spits, bites, attacks husband, and then acts innocent in front of the cops.
On May 8th, 2024, an officer was dispatched to handle a domestic battery incident. The caller, a man, reported that his girlfriend, following their breakup, had become increasingly aggressive. Her behavior had worsened significantly, and she began physically assaulting him. The situation escalated after the breakup, and he reached out to the authorities for help as the violence became unmanageable.
I'm just trying to, pack my get it out of this house. That's literally all I'm trying
He
to
looked
achieve here.
ripped.
She has a past of grabbing my shit, taking my phone and tried to hide it. I just want to get my
You've been doing this since we left
Do you need anything else for anything?
No, I'm okay.
What happened?
Aggressive breakup argument. Grab my shit. 4 months, our lease is over. Let's separate and go live somewhere. Let's pay our bills. We need to end. This has happened multiple times.
The officer observed visible marks on the woman's body, which suggested some form of physical altercation. Shortly after, the woman arrived at the scene, appearing extremely agitated and aggressive. Her heightened emotional state made the situation tense, requiring the officer to carefully assess both parties' behavior to prevent further escalation.
Cornered as soon as I told him that when the lease is up, my mom, the co-signer, he's off. He's over. And I'm going to stay here. Lost it. Followed me from room to room, tried to corner me in the room. I turned around and spit at him. Absolutely spit at him because he had me cornered against the back of the door. And the room is dark. We're right where the closet is and where the door opens. And then turned around, spit at him, got out, tried to lock myself in the bathroom. Didn't happen. And then we separate. I come out in the car. Then he starts getting all of our stuff. And now I'm worried about my stuff. So I'm following him around the house. And then he pinned me up again 2 or 3 times. And in response, I attacked him from this direction.
What about all this blood and stuff all over here?
Him scratching me. He had me up against the washing machine. And where our washer and dryer is, it's a very, very tiny unit. There's bleach all over. You can see it.
Inside?
Nobody else is inside. But you can see
everything.
where you walk. I can explain to you exactly what happened.
The woman requested that the officer come inside the apartment, promising to explain her side of the situation. Once inside, she recreated the entire scene, linking it to the previous incident, and began to describe what had happened. Her actions and explanation aimed to provide context to the visible marks and the events leading up to the confrontation. The officer, now inside the apartment, had the opportunity to observe the environment, which may have offered further clues about the incident. As the woman explained her perspective, the officer would have been attentive to both her account and the physical evidence present, which could be crucial in understanding the full story.
All this contested charges from him.
Hi, puppy.
Never wanted to call prior.
Hi, puppers.
Okay. So he locked me out of the back door, locked me out of the front door. That's why this is out there, because I came through the front.
The front or the back?
He had me pinned up against right here, right up against this way right here.
What do you mean, like which way? Oh, like
he was
in that
standing right here, and I was trying to get out. He would not let me, so I turned around and I spit at him. And I got out and went to try to lock myself in the bathroom. I had that window open. I tried to scream for neighbors. You can knock on the neighbors.
So she ain't saying how she got out. Like she just skipping over things. Oh, am I tripping? Because for me to think you just could spit on him and he just let you out. Okay.
Across the street. I've been screaming.
So you ran in there.
Yes, and tried to lock the door. He would not let me. And then he comes outside. He's packing his belongings. He stops.
So then you couldn't stay in there. So you get out and try to.
No, because the second I opened the window and started screaming, then he would stop. And I just want to find a cell phone at this point.
Stop what?
Okay. I just want to find a phone because if I do have to hit him, he will hit me back.
Okay.
And he is gonna win.
Do you have? Is that a scratch on your neck?
Yes. Okay. And he had me like this, and
How do you like what?
He had me. Yes.
Okay.
Right here on the back.
This officer need to stop leading her on. Let her fully explain the nonsense she trying to explain. Because what he had you like? Officer going like this. Yes. What the hell that mean? A chokehold? Like in an arm lock? A headlock? A wrist lock? A shoulder lock? Like, what you talking about? She just, yes. He had me twist up. I got out. He put me in another twist. I got out again. He leaned up on the wall. I got free. I spit on him. He got free. Gone in the next room. You got, hey.
Porch.
The woman persistently altered her
Wow.
account of the events, trying to convince the officer that she was innocent and that the man had been the one assaulting her. She was adamant that her version of the story be accepted, presenting herself as the victim.
What was he trying to prevent you from going outside?
Correct. He was trying to prevent me from going outside. No, I was walking inside and he was preventing me from walking inside, getting away from him. And
Why did you run outside? Just
because I thought he was going to ruin my plants.
Okay.
I thought he was going to, because I love my plants, and I thought he was going to start destroying my plants.
Okay.
And then, so he starts ripping down the lights. That's fine, whatever. And then he had me like this, and I came at him with this, and missed. And then he grabbed it out of my hand and threw me back in a chokehold and said, "When are you going to stop?" and tried to just wrestle me to.
Like, when are you gonna stop what?
When am I going to stop doing what I'm doing? Telling him that we're whatever the argument base is.
Okay.
And in
Yo.
the midst of that,
She telling the story as if she wasn't in it. These are like direct questions and she don't know. Huh. All right.
scratched the living out of him.
Okay.
And
you
every
scratch
mark
it.
on him is because I was being
What
held backwards.
What did he wasn't defending himself from you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
To support her claims, she showed the officer several videos she had taken during the incident. In the footage, she could be seen screaming loudly and yelling at the man. However, the videos only captured certain moments, potentially leaving out key parts of the altercation.
Huh.
While one officer was busy
Look at how
gathering
big he
information
is.
from the male victim, the victim remained exceptionally calm and
Right.
composed during the process. The victim's calm demeanor was crucial
He
in
would
ensuring that the facts
sort
were
her right
conveyed
out.
without confusion or emotional interference, allowing the officer to focus on the critical aspects of the case without distraction.
Yeah,
Right.
he was coming after me. I
Where's
tried
Dion?
to take videos on my phone.
Okay. All right. Come on back out here for me.
Yes, I did get it.
That's her cousin.
Let me see.
Okay. Here. You can put volume on if you need to. But, and also the laundry room, he'd shove me up against the back of it, and the lamp's broken because my face was down on the washer and dryer. I tried to tell his sister to
Her
come
name
here
and
2
date of
hours
birth and all
ago.
that stuff.
Do you have a license?
Yes.
Yeah. Try that.
In my car. I locked it.
I would love to hear his
So what's the
story.
deal, boss?
Yeah, I really need to hear his side. Because her story got a lot of gaps in it.
I know you just went over with him. Just kind of go over with me.
I know. It's the role we play. Sorry.
Hey, Terry.
So I guess to start things, she was just like in my face, like get the f out, and
She was in your face, you said?
yeah.
Okay.
And we have a history of her making my belongings disappear when we're fighting. So my first instinct was to get my important shit and get that away from her and get myself out of here.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to pack my shit up, and in the course of that, she's walking in and out every 30 seconds. Goes, gets in her car, so I thought she was leaving. I shut the doors and lock them because I don't want any surprises after that.
Right.
And she comes running up here, slings the window open, dives in the window, shoves me, spits in my face, and then is just right back to like following me around. You know, I've grabbed something, she's trying to snatch it, and
This is a completely different story. Like you would think this is an entirely different scene to begin with. By the way, where is Stuart? Stuart Police. What area or state zip code people that is?
I was trying to take some from the pergola back there, and she came out of the room and was just wailing on me with it. And I mean, there was like me just trying to hold her and not
hold her to do what?
To prevent her from swinging on me.
The officer had already noticed the visible marks on the male victim's body, which provided clear evidence that the female had assaulted him severely. These injuries confirmed the male's account of the situation and pointed to the female as the primary suspect in the incident. With this crucial evidence, the officer was confident in identifying her as the real suspect.
She was a fool.
Did the other officer get your information, sir?
No.
Okay, go ahead and get that from him.
See, the problem is, well, not problem, but this is probably a good thing. But for her to do all that fabrication of a story, and then they still decide that she is the guilty one, or the one that's dominant, or the suspect, I'm pretty sure she would act bananas.
Off.
What was it?
Poor guy.
So this sounds terrible. The whole argument started because we were coming back from the Publix on the island. She pointed out this car and she's like, I want this to be my mom's car. And she is using her mom's car. She wrecked her car. She's got an insurance check somewhere at her parents. And I was like, well, you need to figure your situation out before we, you know. And that just, she snapped. And she just fucking...
Okay, and then you guys got in here. What's the first point to get physical?
When she jumped through the window.
And spit.
So nothing was physical before then. She just jumped through the window, and then what happened?
She snatched the window open, jumped through there, shoved me, and spit in my face.
Oh my God.
Where did that happen at?
The living room.
Okay, she spit in your face, and then what did you do?
I took my hat off, wiped the spit off, and went back to packing my shit.
And then...
He is... Bruh. Honestly, I didn't even process that she would actually spit in his face. I thought she spit his way. You mean to tell me it hit your face? And you, as a human, just take that and blood clot. The amount of mental damage that blew my mind. Ain't no way. It couldn't. No freaking way. By the way, anyhow, y'all can see. There's the next video that I have with the nurse. Good Lord. Probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Yeah, that's a wild one.
It wasn't still in my face trying to be...
What incident happened in the bedroom? Wow. In the bedroom with the corner of the door? Did you pin her into the corner of the door, behind the door over there, or no?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So, no, I was just grabbing some clothes so I can have a couple changes of clothes. And she started snatching out of my hand. And then she shoved me again. So
where did all the scratch marks and stuff come from?
What's that?
The scratch marks, where did those all come from?
Where?
What do you mean where, buddy? The scratch marks are all over you.
From her.
I understand, but I'm asking, I know they came from her, but how, in what sense? How did you get yourself scratched up? Did you holding on to her? Or what?
Well, from her, snatching me, trying to take it back, and then she's, clawing at me. And when
I'm just asking, but I don't know. You were here, not me.
I know, it's just a blur. I'm trying to recollect things. But, no, just wrapping her up and her clawing at me, or the broom. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Come on.
But he also mentioned that she came in the room with the broom and started swinging. How much? You don't think that would leave some scar tissue?
We'll be back in a second.
Wow.
Put her in handcuffs. I'm taking her.
Yeah. Upon returning to the female, the officers made the decision to arrest her and take her into custody. As the officers moved to arrest her, the female suspect began screaming loudly, pleading with them to release her. She repeatedly begged the officer to have mercy on her, hoping to avoid being taken into custody.
Mercy?
Despite her attempts to resist and appeal to the officer's sympathy, they remained firm and successfully completed the arrest.
Lock up.
Alright. Say this face this way. Alright. You can place it under handcuffs.
Defending myself?
So listen to me. In the state of Florida, domestic violence laws are very specific when it comes to people living together and putting their hands on each other.
But he followed
Listen,
me
would
into
you,
every
Uh-oh.
room.
listen to
Yes,
me for
I'm
a
so
second?
sorry.
Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. Okay. We have to find a primary aggressor or somebody that furthers the fight or the incident. Okay?
But if nobody was here, then who can dictate that?
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you,
Just the-
Terry.
Okay, of like the factors. Okay, so your argument was separated until the point where you took the screen off the door and came back in.
Well,
I'm not.
we weren't arguing then.
I'm getting there. Okay. Okay. You have the right. This is your house. You can go in and out of the window all you want. Okay. But you coming back in. Okay. The argument getting flared back up.
But did
okay,
you look at the videos on my phone?
I did. It's
All of them?
they're just. No, you showed me one video. You said you had one video, and I
Right.
watched the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
I understand. Okay. Are there any? But the videos are going to show what the whole
But
thing.
it's him chasing me to the backyard, to the laundry room, into the other room.
What do you mean by
He
chasing
was,
you?
he was following me around the house and putting me into a chokehold over and over.
When
You never
came
even
back into
said
the
that.
window,
Yes.
Did you spit in his face?
No, not directly in the window.
When you came in the window,
Yeah,
did you
I
push
did that
him
in the
through?
bedroom.
That was
I
right
did
here.
that in the bedroom.
Okay,
I
that did not happen out
That
here.
was the first time around.
Okay, where's your phone?
In my pocket.
Okay, can you?
Yeah.
808.
What? 8088.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
What?
Here.
I thought I was.
She seems
These
theatrical.
videos that
Yeah,
we're
I
showing.
tried to, and it was in my pocket because otherwise, yes. Yes.
Okay, I watched this one. This is one you showed me. That was just one long video.
Right.
With the sound, and you can hear him following me from room to room.
Hands on me, what do you think?
Why is this?
Get away from me!
How is this possible?
You need to stay still.
But if
What's going on?
is he in handcuffs too, or is it just me?
Stop chasing me around the f***ing yard! Dude, what are you doing? Why are you chasing me?
Okay. So you have audio, but there's no video. There's nothing to see.
Because it was in my pocket.
I understand where you're coming from. Okay. I'm just simply saying, in the state of Florida, when two domestic partners put their hands on each other, okay, and you guys both have physical injuries, somebody has to go to jail.
Oh, it's not him.
Okay,
it's me.
it's so based on everything we're going with, okay, identified you right now as a primary aggressor. Okay, that's not, just listen to me.
But can you see where his teeth are on him, or where the teeth marks are?
I see where the marks.
me out?
I see where the marks on both of you are.
Okay.
What?
But did you guys
Okay.
even look at me? I haven't even looked at myself yet. I don't
Yes.
know where I have more bruising. Potentially.
You don't know where you have more bruising. This cop asked you earlier, where are all your bruises? You go and do all your neck out, show all the one on your thing, all that over there. What's she talking about? Now she got potentially more. So she better stop playing. Stop playing.
I just told you. You guys both have injuries. I see that.
Right.
Okay. You guys. I mean, really, you guys are both wrong.
I'm not.
Neither-
By the way, in her story, she didn't mention whopping him up with the broom. She didn't mention that. But she added some extra. He pushed me in the corner. He shoved me between the laundry washer and dryer. But she didn't mention the whop with the broom. Man,
I'm not saying I'm right or wrong,
I'm
but I
just-
called you guys because I was scared.
And I understand that's why we're here, and you're no longer in danger anymore.
Right. So
Right.
I just
Because you're missing what I'm saying. I don't have the luxury of just leaving. I don't have any discretion here. The law dictates that a primary aggressor be identified during a domestic violence situation and you be removed from the house. I understand that. Okay? But that's what's happening right now.
Thanks,
You are
Terry.
domestic partners, and you guys got into a physical altercation that caused physical injury to both of you.
The officer maintained control of the situation and without
Nice.
hesitation brought her to the patrol vehicle. She was then securely placed inside, ensuring that the arrest was carried out smoothly and that she was transported without further incident.
One
that's
of you
lovely.
have to go, and based on the circumstances right now, you appear to be the primary aggressor. Okay, that doesn't mean you're getting convicted of battery. That doesn't mean you're going to go to jail forever. Okay, that
So
simply
am I
means
getting
this:
arrested?
you are being arrested right now for misdemeanor battery. Okay, So let's go outside.
Come on.
Can I get my cell phone, please, or call my mother
Yes,
before we walk out?
Sure, absolutely. We'll go to the car, and then I'll. Do you want some shoes? Can we get some shoes?
Please.
What shoes got?
My flip-flops right there.
They're so nice. They are so nice.
Ma'am, do you need an ambulance or anything treated before we go?
Good
I don't
question.
think so. No.
I'm just asking.
No,
Okay? Because I don't know.
I'm very. No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Fair.
No, it's rear passenger.
No, that was our yard work.
Yeah, I'll whop him up with bro. And act like nothing happened.
Is there a way that I can speak to you longer than whom I've spoken to?
What?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like you don't understand who the biggest aggressor was.
I'm still listening.
I know I'm getting this.
After securing the female suspect in the vehicle, the
Oh,
officer
boy.
took some time to discuss additional details with both the female suspect and the male victim. The male victim provided further details, and the female, despite
really?
her earlier resistance, may have also given more explanations. Once
Now?
the officer had gathered enough information, he decided to leave the male at the scene, as he was no longer in immediate danger, and proceeded to transport the female suspect to the station.
Me being locked out and wanting to be inside my house, I was in the car.
Okay, which I told you you have the right to be. I'm just simply saying that the progression of events that goes into it, because it's not just one event that I'm judging this whole thing on. It's just the overall circumstances, and you have to understand that right now that law is in place to forcibly separate two people that are violent, okay?
Right.
To prevent any further injury to either one of you. Okay. I'm not saying that he is not guilty, but I'm just simply saying now, but based on the statute, okay, and the facts that we have, you are the primary aggressor.
How so? If he's putting his hands around my, can you at least look at my neck?
I'm looking at you.
Putting his hands on my neck because he's a wrestler and he can choke me out.
I understand.
Push me against a hard object.
Listen to me. Okay.
So now she won't have 1 + 1 = 2 type of equations. Because if you knew all of this time he was a wrestler, he can choke me out. Why the hell you want go swinging broom and think he way? Why you want to spit in his face? You know he could choke you out, but you want to go whop him up with broom? You want to go not break, but climb through window and spit in face? Not in this world. Don't try that.
Those can all be explained to have. You also have the right to defend yourself.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
why I told
And
you
but-
I
and
scratched
both-
him. I didn't think there was anything wrong with doing that.
Did I say? I didn't say some of the scratches aren't defensive wounds, because he very well could have came back at you, or vice versa. Okay, and you guys are really both just defending each other. You both are very heated.
But
You
he
got into
put
an
his hands
argument.
on me first. He touched me first, but he's good at this. He has other battery stuff with his ex in North Carolina, and
That have nothing to do with this.
I'm like,
I
okay, this
understand.
is cute.
I understand. Did I say I don't believe anything
No.
you said? Okay, do you understand why you were going to jail, though? Do you understand that the why the domestic violence laws are in
I'm
place?
confused as to why I'm the person who's more aggressive, the aggressor.
Because I would say that you going back in and reinitiating
But
contact
we didn't get
after-
physical then. He just locked me out.
So, see, she was just computing properly. Now she going back to Lil Dunce. Because if you don't understand, you jumping in a window and sending your bomber-clad saliva in a human face ain't an altercation. Hey, this world needs to be rechecked.
Out of the door. Nothing was physical.
I understand
at
that,
point.
but you should have been separated at that point. This is what I'm saying.
But then I had no phone or keys or nothing.
Okay, I'm not.
So?
I understand where you're coming from, but you going back in there initiated the situation. You understand? You know you weren't going there with
But
the
if he
intention
just
of
locks
causing.
me out at any given point, and then I could break in the house, and then he me around a little bit, and then I call the cops, and then I still get in trouble for breaking
There's
back
no.
into my
It
house.
has no bearing on who called the cops.
It
Who
didn't
called
go
the
like
first
that.
Or second or third or,
But
or
doesn't
did or
that
didn't.
kind of matter?
Why?
I needed your guys' help.
I understand, ma'am. You
In
wouldn't be
that
the
sense,
first.
though.
You started the problem.
I know there's people who call the cops and they're bad people and do bad
Bad people.
that.
You guys are in a bad.
I know,
You guys
but-
are in a bad situation.
This is ridiculous.
That's my mom's only car.
Okay. I'm not doing anything with it.
And I might.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to call her mom so she can come get her car then?
Yeah.
Whatever she has to do.
Thing.
All right. That's. Just sit with him, please.
Nice bike.
Second. No, I don't think so. Good. I really should have both had it going to jail.
Just got done telling him it shouldn't come down to this.
No, it
shouldn't be in a
shouldn't.
relationship.
No.
You really should.
It's the most ones I've seen in a while on a domestic.
We did.
All right, boss, here.
Oh.
That boy scratched right up.
This is your victim's rights packet. And I think I'm assuming, I think you've already talked to Officer Ponte here and everything. Listen, I mean, this is like a 49% fault issue at this point.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I'm going with the fact that she came back through the window, reinitiated a fight that you guys should have been separated continuously for, so therefore egging the fight to continue on. Okay. You both have no business putting your hands on each other. Okay. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, you were, like I said, a % away from going to jail too.
I understand.
Okay, so, I mean, that's for whatever feelings or whatever you might have of her, but this is what happens, and now she's going to jail. So, because you got to figure out some way to just be adults and not put your hands on each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay?
Is that a scratch or is that a bite?
Oh, that's a bite.
That's a bite.
God damn. She biting? Yo.
Was that when you were holding her?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I scratched him back and his arm was out.
That's crazy.
And he shoved me into the back of the laundry room.
This story sounds like she jumped through the window, spit on him. He tried to protect himself. She come back with the broom, whop him 1-2. He tried to protect himself again. She started biting. She started kicking. This girl is ruthless. And for her to be so innocent, man, she the type. He need to skip town. Don't even come in the city no more. Get as far away from this girl as possible. She is the type who could put cases on you. Run far, run fast.
In a very narrow laundry room that has paint
Wow.
all over it. My face was up against a dryer.
Okay, we're good.
But that's okay.
Do we call your mom?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not okay. See, that's what that's what you're missing. Okay, none of what either one of you did to each other is okay.
I didn't say
Right.
it was okay. I was on the phone still.
I understand that, but you said, well, that's okay. Well, it's not okay. None of the behaviors on either part of you guys was okay.
But then how come he's not getting in trouble at all? He's not being reprimanded or detained or anything. And he was the one who was initially aggressive.
How?
Okay. Are we calling your mom to take care of the car?
I'm speaking to her now.
Oh, she's on the phone now?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
She keeps saying he was the initial aggressor, but she never say how. He lock you out. That ain't aggressive, but that ain't physical. You was the one who made it physical. She keep avoiding that.
I have your car. Dad has to bring it to the car. I know, but what are we going to do with my stuff and Louise?
Kuffner, I need her information. Do you have her stuff? Kuffner,
Confident.
do you have her information?
No, I haven't gotten it yet, yeah.
Later,
Coughing
the
us
female
locking.
suspect was brought before the court,
What
where
a
she
face.
faced formal charges of disorderly conduct and domestic battery.